Welcome to the 5th of 6 videos of the index series. Previous videos cover how to create an index, add index records, and index marks, which means you are almost ready to insert it into the document. But before you do that, it is a good idea to format it as you'd like, because once you insert it into the document, it is just plain text that you can only manually format. So in this video, you'll learn just that, how to configure different preferences of your index. These include sorting, grouping, layout, format, and locators. All right, let's begin. To configure your index, click the Settings button and choose Edit Index Attributes. By default, Mello sorts index records using basic principles defined by the Mac operating system. To change that, simply select the Sorting and Grouping tab. You can use the Sorting Type pop-up menu to choose a different type of sorting, either letter by letter or word by word. Refer to the user manual to learn more about the differences between these two. You can see the different results in the preview window, and you can also use the sorting language pop-up menu to choose a different sorting language if you'd like to. By default, Mello groups index records by their first letter. You can change grouping behavior by clicking the Sorting and Grouping tab and change various options. Take a look at the preview area to see the effect of your selections. Uncheck the Grouping On checkbox to only sort records without grouping them. Use the Group Heading text box to insert text that is displayed before each group. Use this checkbox to determine whether group headings appear in line with the records or in separate lines. Click the Style bar to apply paragraph attributes to the headings. Use this pop-up menu to determine how Mello handles index records that begin with symbols or numbers. And there are a lot of options here, so refer to the user manual for a complete description of all of them. To configure your index layout, click the Layout tab. Use the paragraph and section style buttons to open the corresponding attributes window and format the index as you'd like. Index records can appear in the index either indented or inline following their group heading. This is configured in the Item Layout area. When indent is selected, you can use the Run In First checkbox and First Separator text box to have the first item in the group appear in line with the group heading following a separator character. When Run-In is selected, use the Start at Level pop-up menu to only apply the setting from a particular level in the hierarchy. Use this checkbox to use indentation for records that have child records regardless of other settings. Use these checkboxes to set the separating characters for different types of records. Under Heading, select a level from the list and use the Character Style button and other options to style the headings of the selected level. Again, there are a lot of options here, and you will only need to use them if you have a very specific requirement for your index. In any case, you can refer to the user manual for a complete description of the different options. Index records can include references to other records. In these cases, the final index will display these references with a corresponding C or C also prefix in a configurable format. To configure this format in the final index, click the C also tab. Use the C prefix and the C also prefix text boxes to type the corresponding prefixes to be displayed in the index for these types of references. Use the main record and the subrecord name format to edit the format that is used to display the reference record. Check this checkbox to use a different format if both the referencing and the reference record have the same title. And then type the desired format in the text box below. Use these text boxes to set the format that will be used when the referencing record is either a parent or child record. Now, moving on to locators. Locators are the page numbers or page ranges that are used to indicate the location of index marks in the text. Click the Locators tab to format the appearance of your index locators. Use the Locators prefix text box to insert the character that will separate between the record title and its locator. And use the Locators separator text box to insert the character that will separate between each two adjacent locators of the same record. You can also control how ranges of pages are displayed in the index when records reference a range of pages rather than a single page. Use the range separator text box to insert the character or characters to use as a separator in the locator page range. Use the range abbreviation type pop-up menu to choose the type of abbreviation that will be used for the locator page range. And remember that index records can refer to different elements in the document, and this includes plain text, footnotes, figures, and other elements. These are referred to as locator types, and MELL enables you to configure the index so that different locator types are displayed differently in the final index. You can edit the appearance of different locator types by selecting an item from the locator types list and style it. And you'll use the style bar to apply the character attributes. Now, use this checkbox to determine whether it is separated from other locators for the same index record. Use this checkbox to determine whether ensuing pages are joined to a single locator. Use the prefix and suffix text boxes to insert text strings that are appended to these locators types. Clear any changes by clicking the Clear Current Types Attributes or Clear All Types Attributes buttons. And this is it for the 5th video of the index series. You should now be able to use the various advanced options to format your index to meet your exact requirements before you insert it into your document. To complete the learning process, we recommend completing the corresponding tutorial to practice what you've just learned. So what's next? In the next video, you will learn how to save a lot of time by using index styles instead of configuring them manually from scratch. We hope you've enjoyed this video and appreciate any feedback you might have, so feel free to add it as comments below.